Another beautiful morning here on the swampy, boggy flatlands of southwestern Australia. There you got a species of eucalyptus, either patens or marginata. Kind of hard to see with that silhouette right there. It does have the rather stringy bark though, so it might be marginata. Here you got a species in the CALADENIA, which you can obviously tell by looking at that fan-shaped corolla. This is a species of Borya. Got a nice basal rosette leaves with the trichomes. Yeah, got some nice hairs on those margins. Pay attention to the soil here. Look, it's like this quartz pebbles. It's like all that's been left over after the granite's been eroded or weathered. Beautiful bastard. Look at this guy. So you got that pink outer calyx, and then those blue star-shaped flowers, the blue star-shaped corolla in there. Oh God, look at it. And apparently it must like acid soil, because I'm guessing the soil here is quite acid. You know, being one, that it's derived from granite, and two, that it, it's a pretty boggy area. Look how dense that is, too. Just these little dense cones. These little dense tufts coming out of a woody stem. That's pretty nice. I haven't seen this one yet. Then over here, of course, you got a basal leaf of some orchid or another. Guess he's not flowering this year. Maybe next year. You know, he's got to create more carbs, stash him in his root in the ground. Maybe he'll have a banger year next year. Maybe the year after that. A nice caerulea with the fire scarring. Then, of course, here again, you got that species of Podocarpus druyanus. Again, which resprouts from the base after a fire. Resprouts post-fire. Look at those, look at that leathery, this very waxy foliage here. Again, this is a conifer, Podocarpaceae. Tropical and southern hemisphere family. Very old lineage of conifers, too. So right next to this piece of wallaby shit, you got another beautiful CALADENIA. Looks like CALADENIA FLAVA. Just another gorgeous little orchid coming out of a ant mound that seems to be made entirely out of just quartz pebbles. Little glassy pebbles. Massive eucalypt right there. And then this is another dominant component of this winter wet swamp. We got another Myrtaceae. You got your 5 petals. 5 distinct petals. Let's see if I can get a better one. There you go. You know, the leaves are almost occurring in fascicles, little bundles. You know, rather than independently up the stem. And that guy's everywhere. That's one of the dominant shrubs right here. You can see it gets up to damn near 9 feet. Acacias. And again, relatively open forest. Everything got fire scars. Everything got burn scars. Okay, and in the department of weird-ass monocots, we have this one, a Northriaceae. Oh, you can see that's a male, obviously. So that's a male flowering spike. And you get up there and look at all those male parts. Look at all those dongs. Look at all those. Look at all that pollen coming off those stamens, or anthers rather. Strap-shaped leaves. Of course, he's a monocot. It's such a weird one because we don't get any. She's just really large. You got large, sexy parts for a grass. I mean, it's not technically a grass, but you know, you want to piss off a monocot, call him a grass. It's such a beautiful woodland, eh? Winter wet, swampy, flatland woodland. So here's this female of that same species. Look at her. Look at it. Look at those little tentacles just ready to receive pollen. Look at the texture on them. Real nice bracts beneath too. Look at those beautiful bracts. Hey, you're beautiful for a grass. I'm sorry. You're not a grass. I would never call you that. You're more like a rush. And then, of course, here's the fruits. Look at the fruits on it. Even the fruits are pretty. You know, who says rushes are boring? Who says they're one of the more boring monocots? I mean, I guess they kind of are, but maybe this could be your gateway drug to rushes. Rushes and sedges and with the shit. I feel bad because I was fondling him. He probably lost a lot of pounds. So what I'm going to do right here. Nope. What I'm going to do right here is take this little flowering spike and I'm going to go, you know, do his duty for him. I'm going to, even though I guess they're wind pollinated, obviously, because nothing can really disperse that. But I'm going to take him over here to this female and do some courtship for him. You know, just put a bunch of pollen. Oh, yeah, sexy time. Oh, turn off the lights, put on some music. Oh, that's nice. You know, help him out there. He probably doesn't even need my help because they seem to release a lot of pollen since they're wind dispersed. You know, they got to. Can't take any chances. Just cast a wide net. Throw a bunch of pollen out there and you know some will get on. But now for sure, since you got my obnoxious ass coming over here to help you out, you know for sure you're going to get some fruits on this thing. So, okay, I think that's enough. You got, is that too much? There you go. Now, look at this sassy bastard again. Just look at those flowers. Isn't it something else? Look at the fringe coming out of the inside of that blue star-shaped corolla. Ah, that's nice. That is so nice. Even my loud, obnoxious banter can't ruin this one. Pink calyx. God damn, that is something else. Look at it. Look at that juicer. And then, of course, you just got, you know, what would the jar of forest be without some pygmy sundews? Some nice pygmy drosera. Pre-anthesis, pre-flowering. He's getting ready to go off. Look at all the little masses and shit. Stylidiums, masses. Ooh, something smells good. Something smells like tea tree oil. And in a world of interesting monocots, look at those leaves. Look at those leaves. Here we got another one. Here's Stypandra glauca. Real nice blue flowers. Look at a bract. It subtends the spot where that inflorescence comes out. You know what's notable about these too? I couldn't help but notice is those goddamn anthers are. Look how they recurve at the end. Huh? It's interesting. Supposedly it's toxic too. So don't go eating any, huh? I mean, do you normally go around putting random shit off the ground into your mouth? I don't know. I know some people that do it, I guess. It really really seems to love these granite outcrops. This is some very old granite. This is a very old intrusive igneous rock right here. Very old Pluton. At least 1 billion years old. Again, look at the phaneritic texture. Look at that large grain size that is the crystals in this granite. And of course that black just seems to be weathering, either lichen or just some sort of chemical reaction, some sort of oxidation. Probably lichen. Probably some sort of lichen. Look at the moss. There's moss over everything. Forms such a nice pillow. Oh, how about that? And you know, if I was a tiger snake, this would be a good spot to sun myself to warm my cold-blooded ass up. You know, I just saw one on the road. That was dead, unfortunately, but and I believe it was a juvenile. They can get up to like 6 feet long. 5 or 6 feet long. And they, again, tiger snakes aren't a lapid. They got that cobra flap that they can inflate to make themselves look intimidating. You know? Kind of like men do with their oversized cars and shit when they rev their engines, you know? The compensation factor. Oh, what's going on up here? Burkhardia colchicaceae. In a world of glorious monocots, look at that guy. Again, weird shit going on with these anthers. Instead of a rather weird form to them, huh? Central stigma, 6 petals recurved at the margins. Ah, look at these little bracts too. See these little bracts? These little bracts that hold up the inflorescences. Nice geophytes. Oh, this guy smells good. Ah, actually, you know what? No. No, it kind of stinks. Something else smells good. Don't know what it is. Just a giant granite pluton, just a giant granite boulder just hanging out in the middle of the forest. Anyway, you can never be too sure what a lot of these members of the pea family out here, because they're confusing as hell and they all look alike. Again, flowers are generally useless when looking at any of these. You just, you know, you got like 8 or 9 different genera, at least, in Southwest Australia that all have flowers that look the same. This one, though, is rather distinct. This seems to like these granite outcrops, and this is Eutaxia myrtifolia, obviously because its leaves somewhat look myrtaceous. They look like they're a member of the myrtle family. You know, another family with many members that all look the same. So, you know, get your typical ketchup and mustard pea flower. You know, ketchup and mustard, just like on a dog. You know, like something you'd get at Johnny's Red Hots, Ale's Beef, Tom's Beef, Johnny's Beef, Tony's Beef. You know, whatever hot dog stand in the greater Chicago area you prefer. But that foliage is quite distinct, though. Well, actually, you know what? No, can't even really say that, because it's not. Again, they all look the same. Someone needs to just develop a key for the Fabaceae of Western Australia. A really easy key, too, you know, that you can use at all times of the year, not just, you know, when plants are in fruit or whatever the shit, because there's no fruit on this, obviously. Ah, what a headache, huh? And then coming up on the moss mats and the granite outcrops here you got another carnivore, Utricularia multifida. Just one dainty little bastard. Lamiales is the order. Let's you get up close to take a look at those flowers. And there's the basal. Well, it's not really a rosette. There's basically nothing there. Look at it. Look how mossy it is. It's so mossy. Isn't it mossy and nice? Don't you like that? Again, look at those giant quartz crystals just coming out of the granite. Just gradually weathering and eroding out of the granite. Don't you like how in a very thick, dense forest, in this case this eucalyptus forest, a granite outcropping, a rocky microsite can create a little island for plants that might not occur and might not be able to occur in the much thicker, more shaded, dense forest. You get plants that are relatively uncommon, so the rock outcropping acts as a little, I guess you could call it an island. You know, an island where relatively uncommon plants like this tiny orchid can do their thing and eke out their existence. Oh yeah, once you get up close, take a look at that guy, huh? Quite beautiful, is he not? Oh my God, what do you got going on with you? That lower petal, that lower labellum, or that lower tepal is, what the shit, that's great. It's keeled. It's like a little boat. Just some wonderful color on this guy. Look at how glistening he is. So glabrous and glistening. Kind of like the enamel orchid. Same general texture. Just that one single leaf. Again, probably doesn't flower every year. I believe most of these don't flower every year. You know? Every 2 or 3 years, maybe. You know, they got to work up. They got to save up the energy. You know, look at those recurved bracts, those green bracts subtending that purple perianth. Purple perianth. Oh, that's fucking marvelous. So you can see there's just, what the habitat here is this big granite outcropping filled with these little divots where it's been eroded and weathered and just kind of worked on by the rain. And then in those divots you get water pooling up, and then because of that you get the moss, so you get these moss mats, and then you get the, you know, other lichens, shit like that. Just these whole little, these tiny communities. You know, I've just seen a little spider crawling around in there. Who knows what other organisms are living in there. Microscopic organisms. A couple different kinds of lichen. Just a little microhabitat. A moss mat. Again, this whole granite pluton, this, you know, billion-year-old piece of granite that was probably uplifted who knows how long ago. Long after it was formed, though. Is just serving as a little island, a little ecological island where all these plants you don't see anywhere else in the forest can grow and do their thing. They only occur on these little granite outcroppings. And specifically in the moss mats where the granite's been eroded and weathered and create a little divot, a little puddle for the moss to occur, a little mossy divot. You can see, look, it goes, it's somewhat deep. Too. It's like a couple inches down there, 2 or 3 inches. Oh, gee. Oh, it's just, and it's a perfect temperature down there. I'm cooking in the sun, but down there it's still cool and wet, real moist and nice. Oh, I love the granite outcroppings. There's that pea again with the myrtaceous leaves. Just an entirely different ecology here than over there. And as a result, you get different plants. It's just an entirely different plant community. God, I love shit like this. Don't you like stuff like this, huh? You know? It's like when you see the Pterostylis in the desert growing on the rock walls. They don't grow anywhere else but the rock walls in the American Southwest. Still no tiger snakes, though. Kind of a drag. I'd like to see one. Preferably not coming at me, but... Oh, it's another orchid, another species of Thelomitra. This one, of course, not growing in the forest, but growing on the granite outcrops. Then this plant is pretty dominant. This guy right here, it's a species of geranium, but it's a native one. This is Geranium australis. You can see some flowers right there. There's quite a few invasive geraniums. We get a couple in the United States. There's another invasive geranium you see down here. I've actually seen orobanche parasitizing it. Orobanche down here is introduced, of course, too. There's not a native orobanche. They just get the one from Europe down here. You can see that almost somewhat peltate leaves. You know? Waxy. Super waxy. Does it smell? Oh, yeah. The way the foliage smells a little bit. Growing in the moss mats. It likes the moss mats, you know? The fucking, the matty moss mats. You like that? You like it when it's mossy? You like nice stuff? Do you like nice stuff, huh? You gonna go steal some nice stuff off a pallet on a truck, huh? Oh, there's more of that, you trick. You tricularia. Just coming up on the moss mats. I really like saying it. Can you tell? Isn't that obnoxious? It's on a moss mat. You like get a moss mat for your bedroom, you know, so you don't slip and break your ass on your tile. You know, after you get Kenny to come by and he does your kitchen, bathroom tile and everything, make sure that the John door doesn't lock so you don't get stuck in a John. You know, happened to me once. I got stuck in a bathroom for 3 or 4 hours during a Christmas party. You know, everybody thought I was dead. I had a heart attack in there. I got stuck in a John, couldn't get out. I was screaming. You know, it really ruined Christmas. It ruined Christmas. But you know what could make Christmas better is this utricularia. Wonderful carnivorous plant, insectivorous plant. He's got little bladders down there to trap the protozoans and with the shit, the little bugs, little insects, deep in a moss mat, which again you need if you're going to get your kitchen bathroom tile redone. Call Kenny, 630-654-9579. Lives in beautiful Downers Grove. You know, he's got 3 DUIs right now, so he can't drive no more, but, you know, that's why he needs all the work he can get. So get your kitchen bathroom tile redone. Oh, you love the granite. Here's a little tufted, delicious bastard. This is Borya scirpoidea. Boryaceae is the family. Boryaceae. Borya. Boryaceae! Boryaceae! Hello! Kenny got 3 DUIs. Fuck. I haven't eaten and I haven't had any coffee yet either. This is still just pure gross energy drink from the gas station. Beautiful little tufted bastard, though. Little tufted plant, little cespetos. It's a mat. Oh shit, it's kind of prickly too. It's not a moss mat. It's not as nice as a moss mat, which you get over there. A lot of moss mats, a lot of rolling around naked in the moss mat. You don't want to roll around naked in this. That would hurt you. Look at it. Oh shit. Oh my god, but it kind of feels nice. Oh yeah, god, you fucking, oh god. Ah! And then of course just drostras coming up on everything. Looks like these had a yellow flower, and all the flowers I've been seeing lately have been pink. Again, just kind of twining. It's almost got this, it's not quite a vine, but it's more scandent. It's more twining. Just kind of relaxing on other plants, growing up wherever it can. Not devoting much energy to structural support. No need for it when you got other shit to lay down on. Borya. God, I feel so boryaceous. If I bore you, why don't you just slap me around, huh? Am I boring you? Is Borya boring you? Maybe, but until you find out how spiky it is, God, it's fucking mean. I love it. Oh, God damn it. Ah, oh, fuck. Oh, that feels great. Oh, God, yeah. Oh. Variations on a theme. Here we go. Here's another kind of Anagoxanthos. This is flavulus. These can get quite large, actually. They can get up to almost 6 feet. Again, pollinated by birds. See all those, just the lightest, just for dusting a bird head. See all those 6 yellow-orange anthers? And of course the nectar is down there. Haemodoraceae. Oh yeah, Iridaceae. Haven't seen any irises yet. Here's Andersonia occidentalis. Note that little hanging stigma too. 3 anthers. Or maybe that's 6 anthers on 3 stamens. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just coming up with wacky shit. Either way, very strange shape on those too. Oh yeah. Almost has state anthers. Look at that. A little tufted perennial. Well, I guess you couldn't call that a tuft. That's just a clump. Iridaceae. And then over there you got again that Cryptostylis. Looks like Juntia. Haemodoraceae, kangaroo paw family. Back on the proteaceous and myrtaceous swamps. Actually, we never goddamn left. It's, oh, look at that nice rush over there. You can see it's just super sandy soil, very acidic, doesn't drain that well. Here's a beautiful Myrtaceae. You know, a lot of them do look alike. This one sticks out. Just look at that corolla. It's got that green inner disc, and then that 5 distinct petals with, you can see the stamens aren't actually coming out yet. This is Homolospermum firmum. Again, kind of a funny name. I'm just, Borya. I'm still having fun with Borya. Homolospermum firmum. Hey, just slap me around with that. Homolospermum firmum. How do you say this shit? Say this in the shower. Next time, you know, when you're in the shower and you're rather than singing, just make up your own Latin nomenclature for Southwest Australian taxa. It smells pretty good. It's another swamp lover. I guess these can get up to about, hey, you could say 3 or 4 meters. So that's about, you know, between 10 and 14 feet. And again, the flower structure on these is pretty incredible. I'm really getting, because we don't get too many of these flowers like this up in the United States. At least not in the Western United States. No. You know, you get some myrtaceous shit, I guess, down there in Mexico, but so just dozens of stamens surrounding that green central disc. Stigma is right there in the middle, just that kind of lighter green, little circle in the middle there. And the petals kind of look like paddles. It makes me feel so homospermaceous. The fuck's wrong with me? Why do I have to make everything like this? It's got to be ridiculous, and just crass and laden with fucking ridiculous linguistic plays and with this shit. I just can't be, nothing about this is appropriate. I would offend people so badly if I was born in the 1950s. I'd be in jail and executed. I'd probably already be executed just on social grounds already. I should mention, one more thing I should mention is that all these Myrtaceae that aren't the eucalypts, all the myrtaceous bastards around here, especially the melaleucas, but this guy included, they have foliage with a lot of pleasant smelling terpenes and resins in them. I mean, really, that's why tea tree oil, what you got to use. Well, tea tree oil is a species of melaleuca, first off. But, you got to use your tea tree oil. If you've been out, fuck around the bushes too long, you got some foot rot, you put the tea tree oil on your feet, and it just takes right care of it. Air out your dogs and put some tea tree oil on them. That, of course, is in the Myrtaceae, same family. So they're just, a lot of this foliage, if you crush it up and, if you rip it off and crush it up and smell it, it's absolutely delightful. And I just wanted a chance to say, homolospermum firmum. It's ridiculous. Another Goodiniaceae. Scaevola calyptera. Look at that guy. The fan flowers. Goodiniaceae, again, sister clade to the Asteraceae. Closely related. And look at it, that broom-like style he's got up top, just above the yellow part. Just give you the slightest dusting. Pick up all the pollen if you're a pollinator. I love the name of this genus. Sounds like skivus, which was a name, it's an Italian slang word for degenerate fuck-off, kind of, like me, like someone who just looks at plants all day and neglects their duties and responsibilities, curses too much, generally socially uncouth, hard to take out in public, no filter. Just a beautiful flower, though. Scaevola calyptera, creeping perennial on the sandy plains of the swampy Jara forest.